If you were a kid in the late 70s or early 1980s, you were probably a big fan of...
It's the Muppet Show with our very special guest star, Miss Julia Brown. It's time to play the music.
So, one thing I used to love when I was a kid was the Muppet Show. I mean, it was pretty cool. And two of my favorite things on the Muppet Show, one was Statler and Waldorf. They were like the, you know, the original OG trolls, except they were, you know, actually charming and funny.
I've seen enough, let's leave.
And my other favorite part of the Muppet Show, which was like a little show within the show, was Pigs in Space. So today we're just going to take a quick look at the Palisades Swinetrek playset that came out sometime in the early 2000s. And this is absolutely one of my favorite pieces in my collection. My favorite non-vintage piece. Obviously my legit 70s and 80s stuff takes precedence, but for, you know, the newer stuff, this is definitely up there. And the entire Palisades line was, you know, all-encompassing, and it was really quality stuff. I mean, and that stuff does, you know, the Palisades toys do command a premium today on the secondary market. So let's just take a quick look at this, and I ask you to please pardon my dust, as I just pulled this out of storage, out of a box. I gave it a once-over with a paper towel, but I'm going to need to get in here and, you know, get Q-tips up and under in here before it's showroom ready. But I just wanted to make this video right quick, so let's do it. And this is the side doors that close and swing out, and you can open the, you know, the doors. It's spring activated. And this is a cardboard, just a piece of cardboard, and I do have the other inserts that go in here, but I don't have them handy. They're in the original box this came in, and some of them are funny. There's one with Gonzo like pressed up on there like he's out in space, you know, like, let me in. But yeah, I just have this one here, which is the outer space. Oh, there's Julia Strangepork was behind that, but I do have the other ones, and I just don't have them on me currently. But so yeah, you can see they were really meticulous with the detail here. If you watch the show, you'll see that they really pretty much nailed, you know, this whole entire thing and made it pretty cool. You've got your control panel, the captain's chair, which will be for you know, Link Hogthrob. His captain's chair moves out and in, and the other two chairs just swivel left and right. The captain's chair moves left and right, in and out. We've got all the knobs here, which do work. There's a monitor here. I'm not sure if a monitor fell off, because I have seen this with two monitors, and I'm thinking that maybe the other monitor came with Julia Strangepork, and I do not have Julia Strangepork currently. So maybe the other monitor comes with him, I'm not sure. You have a red phone that comes up right there, and it fits in the cradle. Yeah, all these you know, gear things move back and forth. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite toys, and whenever I get my studio set up, this will definitely be one of my favorite pieces that I have on display. Okay, so let's take a look at the figures I have. And really what made me want to dig this out was I went to Ollie's Bargain Outlet the other day, and I got a Star Wars Black Series C-3PO. And I was like, you know what? They make R2-D2 and C-3PO in the Black Series scale, and they make a Bespin Luke. How cool would it be? Because Mark Hamill and the droids and Chewbacca guested on the Muppet Show one time. And I just thought that would look cool to have, you know, the Muppets and the Star Wars characters. And I do not have a Bespin Luke or an R2-D2, but those are pretty common, so they won't be hard to get. But so let's take a look at the figures. Before we look at the figures, I forgot to show you this. These things right here are like a transparent plastic, so if you were to put a light behind them, you'll see that they light up. And I'm just using a little LED flashlight here, but maybe you could tell. If you put like a LED, you know, light back there, that would look really cool, and it would be, you know, pretty rad actually. All right, let's take a look at the figures now. The figures that I have, you know, with that playset, and this is the Miss Piggy figure, which came with the playset, and this is the Link Hogthrob, who's sold separately, and also Dr. Julius Strangepork is sold separately. I don't have Julius Strangepork. All those Palisades Muppet figures are super expensive and super nice, but I will get the Julius Strangepork to complete, you know, my Pigs in Space set, and then I'll be pretty much out of that line because, I mean, it's expensive. This is the Black Series C-3PO, which is, as you can see, a little bit short. He should be maybe another inch or two taller, and maybe they should be about a half an inch shorter. It's not perfectly in scale, but it's as close as you're probably going to get. I don't think they ever made a 9 or 10 inch line of Star Wars figures. I mean, they could have. The 1/6 scale, which would be 12 inch figures, would be too tall. So I'm good with this. I'm going to get the R2-D2 and the Bespin Luke, which are common figures on eBay, and they don't sell for a whole lot. And there was plenty of them made, so the Julius Strangepork is probably going to be the expensive one to get, because like I said, that Palisades figure line is just off the chain as far as price goes. So, you know, scale, it's not perfect, but if you have these, you know, the three characters sitting in the chairs, and then maybe the Star Wars characters standing up, you know, behind them, it may not look that bad. Or maybe I'll put the Star Wars characters outside the, you know, the spring-loaded doors or something. I don't know, but we'll get to that bridge when we get to it. So yeah, I just wanted to show this and talk about this a little bit, and you know, hope you enjoyed my video, and we will see you next time.